Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog and thank you for joining me for tea time once again. I appreciate each and every one of you being here to listen to my nonsense. Anyways, today we're going to be looking at DP Review's 2018 awards. Now, of course, you can go over to DP Review and read through all of it. Those guys over there do amazing work, amazing job at reviewing camera products, all right, video products and accessories. So check them out. Don't forget dpreview.com. So today we're going to be looking at all of these awards and kind of distilling it a little bit. So let's start out with the best photography accessory. Now these lists are going to be in alphabetical order and then I'll tell you who took the #1 position. So we start out with the Adobe Lightroom CC 2.0 as well as the Canon Speedlight 470EX AI, as well as the Wanderer backpack, the 21L, and finally the Western Digital My Passport Wireless SSD. Now, #1 position goes to the Wanderer backpack. This is supposed to be an amazing backpack. I haven't seen it or reviewed it as of yet, but it's something that I definitely want to get my hands on. So we're going to have to check that out probably in the future. Now next, best video accessory. These are important for a lot of you guys that are hybrid shooters like I am. Now, start out with the Atomos Ninja 5. We talked about this not that long ago. If you want to get the absolute best out of your camera, many times you have to directly record to a external recorder. That's what the Ninja 5 is. Very, very good. I've talked about it in the past. It's an awesome recorder. Next, we have the Blackmagic DaVinci Resolve 15. That is an amazing video editor. If you don't have Adobe Premiere, it is probably #1 for doing color grading. It's awesome. Next, we have the DJI Ronin S, and finally the Sigma Cine lens, the 28mm, 40mm, and finally the 105. Who takes it? It is the DJI Ronin S. Now this is a gimbal, guys. This is a gimbal. But what's really special about this gimbal is its auto calibration, let's just say. Many times, if any of you guys have worked on gimbals, you understand this and you know it. Sometimes you look at calibration as taking longer than actually doing a shoot. Calibrating a gimbal is not always easy, definitely not straightforward. So having this auto calibration mode in this, I think really sets it apart. Very, very cool gimbal. So next we have the best smartphone camera. Some of you people care, some of you don't, but smartphone cameras are a big thing right now because many people aren't buying cameras, they're just using their phones. So we have the Apple iPhone XS, we also have the Google Pixel 3, Huawei's Mate 20 Pro, Samsung's Galaxy S9 Plus, and finally the Sony Xperia XZ3. Now, who is the winner? Of course, it is the Apple iPhone XS, but they have the runner-up as Google's Pixel 3. So why is this, guys? Basically, they're saying that the Pixel 3 is the first smartphone camera to truly rival traditional dedicated cameras, surpassing 1-inch type and rivaling Micro Four Thirds in night sight mode. So this is very important because we're starting to see now camera phones getting really close to the 1-inch or surpassing, as well as the Micro Four Thirds. That's what I'm saying in the past, and I keep saying I think Micro Four Thirds is on the way out, slowly but surely. Now next, we have the best prosumer drone camera out there. We start out on the short list as the DJI Mavic 2 Pro, the DJI Mavic Air, as well as the Patriot, and finally the Skydio R1. Who takes it? It's the DJI Mavic 2 Pro. This is an incredible camera on there. Remember, the DJI has the ability to really get amazing shots. Why? It has a Hasselblad camera inside this. So basically, it's like a Hasselblad with propellers on it, all right? So if you're looking for a drone, DJI has it, let's just say hands down. Next, we have the best zoom lenses out. We have, once again, in alphabetical order, we have the Canon RF 28-70 f2. We have the Canon RF 24-105 f4. And then we have the Tamron 28-75 f2.8. And finally, once again, Tamron with the 70-210 f4. Who takes this one? It is the Tamron 28-75 f2.8. Once again, I have this lens. I've talked to you guys about this lens in the past. People have said, why do you think this is such an amazing lens? Well, they've basically said the exact same thing that I did 6 months ago. The Tamron 28 to 75 for the money, hands down, really, really great lens. And as far as a third party goes, I've always recommended Tamron over the others, but that's just my personal opinion and what I have found from shooting for the many years that I have with them. Now, next we have the best prime lenses out there. We have the short list, once again in alphabetical order, with the Canon RF 50mm f1.2. Remember, I do think that Sony, even though they don't have the 1.2 as of yet, they will before the 2020 Olympics. That's what I've stated. I do believe that to be the case, but we will see in their G Master line. Next, we have the Sony FE 24mm 1.4 GM, which is your G Master, and you have a Sony FE 400mm f2.8 GM, and finally you have the Sigma 56mm 1.4. Who takes it? It is the Sony 24mm 1.4 GM, the G Master lens. Really great lens. It's rugged and it is sharp, blistering sharp. Great, great lens from Sony. Next, we have the best compact or fixed lens cameras. Now, a lot of you guys don't really care because most of the people that watch this channel are either pros or prosumer. So you don't really care about the compact very much, but we have to talk about it anyways. We have the Fujifilm XF10. We have the Nikon Coolpix P1000, Panasonic's Lumix. We have the LX100 Mark II. And finally, we have the Sony CyberShot RX100 Mark VI. Who is the winner? It is the Sony CyberShot RX100 Mark VI. The RX100 line, I've done reviews on them. I think for the price, they really do a great job for a mirrorless APS-C camera. It is a really good entry-level compact camera. Now next, we have the best consumer still and video camera. Interesting. Best consumer still and video camera. Now we have the Fujifilm X-H1, great camera. We have the Fujifilm X-T3 that just came out, and we have the Nikon Z6, and finally we have the Sony Alpha A7 III. Who pulls it for consumer? The Fujifilm X-T3. The only thing that I don't agree with here is that X-T3 sits in the consumer. I would say it's more of a prosumer camera, and I do think that a lot of folks could use the Fujifilm X-T3 as a professional camera if they wanted to. But X-T3 pulls it out #1. Next, we have the best entry-level ILC. We have the Canon EOS M50, the Fujifilm X-T100, the Nikon D3500, and finally the Olympus Pen EPL9. Who takes this one? It is the Canon EOS M50. I really do like the mirrorless Canon models that are the APS-C, that entire M line, the M3, M5, M6, the M50 or the KISS. They did a really good job. The lenses are really good, and it is affordable, entry-level, mirrorless ILC for sure. So Canon, once again, M50 takes it. Next, we have the best mid-ranged ILC. Once again, in alphabetical order, we have the Canon EOS R, brand new, the Fujifilm X-T3, the Nikon Z6, and finally the Sony Alpha A7 Mark III. Who takes it? It is this Sony Alpha A7 Mark III. I told you guys, I believe that camera to be the camera of the year. That was about a week into it, and I stood by that for the entire time. Once again, DP Review agrees with me on this one. Sony Alpha A7 Mark III. Next, we have the best high-end ILC. We have the Fujifilm GFX50R, that is a medium format mirrorless camera. We have the Nikon Z7, the Panasonic GH5S, and the Panasonic G9. Who takes it? It is the Nikon Z7. That is a very big feat for Nikon. Remember, they're going against a medium format camera from Fujifilm, which is that GFX50R. Really good. Kudos to Nikon for that. Next, we have the DP Review Innovation Award. What is that innovative product that's currently on the market for 2018? The short list, once again in alphabetical order, we have the Canon RF 28-70 f2. We have the Canon Speedlight 470EX AI. We have the DJI Mavic 2 Pro, and finally, the Google Pixel 3. Who takes it? It is the Google Pixel 3. Once again, as they said, rivaling the Micro Four Thirds as well as the 1-inch sensors out there, especially at night. And finally, guys, what is DP Review's product of the year? What takes that spot? You have a Fujifilm X-T3, a Nikon Z7, the Sony Alpha A7 III, and finally the Tamron 28-75 f2.8. Who takes it? As I told you guys, when it first came out, a week after it came out, it is the Sony Alpha A7 III, as I thought it would. So that's it. I wanted to put that out to you so we can talk about it a little bit in the comment area. Where do you think that DP Review got it right? Where do you think they got it wrong? Is there some items in some of these categories that aren't there that you think should be there? Let's talk about it a little bit. It is that final recap for 2018. I do think that DP Review does a really good job. Those guys over there work hard at what they do. And we definitely, especially for me, I put a lot of faith into their reviews. I think they do a fantastic job. And finally, if you enjoy my content, please throw me a big thumbs up. That would be stellar. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you get all my content when it becomes available, and click the bell icon so when it is available, you will be notified of it. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools that I've invented for myself and you guys over the years. If you like something, please pick it up and support me. I would really appreciate it. That's it. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. We'll see you in the next one. Happy shooting, guys.